Hi, welcome back to Cruise Control. My name's Eric, and today we're talking about the upcoming 2022 Civic Type-R. Let's talk about that right now.
Welcome to Cruise Control. My name is Eric. We're going to start looking at some new cars and used cars to find out what's the best option for you. Let's see what's up next.
All right, so this is the holy grail if you're a Civic owner, the Type-R. It's above, obviously, a Civic Touring, way above the SI. It's the top dog. It is the upcoming Type-R. Number one, the 10th gen Type-R is the first Civic Type-R that came to the United States. We were all very grateful. It was an amazing vehicle. Some people didn't like the styling. Actually, I like the boy racer look. I'm not going to lie. I thought it looked fantastic. It looked mean. It looked aggressive. It looked crazy. Everything that a Type-R should, in my opinion, on the outside. The inside, the seats were fantastic. The shifter was great. The design was normal Civic, and the 10th gen Civic, I owned one for 3 years. It was a 2017 Civic hatchback. It had the turbo. It was fun, but man, that interior, it creaked, it rattled, it was cheap, it was chintzy, it was just, well, it was garbage. But the new Civic's interior, I've driven the Touring model, a 2021 Touring, so top of the line before this kind of stuff comes out, and man, you talk about leapfrogging to the next segment. It's almost Mazda 3 level interior, and that's the biggest compliment I can give it. I think it's the second best interior in the business for a small compact car, bar none, which is really good. To go from being one of the worst to almost one of the best, that's a huge leap. So I love that. Thank you, Honda, for making such a big improvement on the interior. Now let's talk about the upcoming Type-R. What's the horsepower going to be? I don't know. Here's my guess. 320 horsepower minimum. That's my guess. Hopefully maybe more, but 320 is the minimum that I expect this to make. Let's look at the back end though. Let's look at the old exhaust from Honda. Let's look at the new exhaust. As you can tell, it still has the 3 pipes. They're shaped differently. The old Type-R, 2 big outside pipes, 1 small middle. This one big middle, 2 smaller. I don't know what kind of sound changes that's going to make, but let's hope this sounds a lot better than the old Type-R. One of the only drawbacks to driving the old Type-R was the sound. It didn't make a good sound. It was too boring. It was too dull. It didn't match its boy racer look, so everyone had to go to the aftermarket and make it sound better. So I'm hoping Honda has fixed it with this new one. The front end here, even though it's camouflaged, it just looks like a wrap to me. It looks good. I really like the front end. Yes, it's calmed down a lot from the previous gen, but I still like the look of this car. I think it's going to be very aggressive. It's going to be very sleek. Really like the look of this. We all know that the Type-R handled well. Hopefully they can keep the pricing under $40,000, but man, the exterior looks like it's going to be perfect. The interior looks way better. Let's go to the back end. I like the tailpipes. That's cool. The rest of it so far looks like it might be a little too tame. I understand the previous one was too boy racer, but this one from the back, besides the big wing and the exhaust, looks like any other hatchback, which is fine. Hatchback looks decent, but doesn't look like it has a lot of flair to it. So I'm hoping once everything comes off, it's got a little bit more flair than what I can see here. And if it doesn't, not a deal breaker. This thing's going to be so fantastic, no one's going to care. And most of you will probably appreciate that it's so much tamer. But since it's the Type-R, I just want it to be that little extra, you know? Let's talk about a conspiracy theory that I think is going to become true. DCT. Yes, this is coming with a manual automatically. But I do believe this is going to come with an optional DCT, and here's why. Honda wants to sell more of these. Not that they didn't sell enough last time, but they want to sell more. And the manual is dying, let's just be honest. Honda makes one of the best manuals in the business. I should know. I have an '09 Civic Si. But not many people buy manuals anymore. And if they want to sell this to a bigger crowd, they're going to want to put an automatic into it. If you're going to put an automatic, please don't put a CVT or even a regular slush box. Go DCT. And I think Honda's going to do that. I don't know, but it's my conspiracy theory, and I think it's going to happen. Is it going to be electrified? Is there going to be an all-wheel drive electrified version of it? Where not all electric, but just electrified, where maybe the rear wheels are driven by an electric motor to make this all-wheel drive, maybe over 400 horsepower? I've heard this rumor. I don't have any confirmation though. It would be kind of fun if that was an option. I would like the original one to be lightweight, front wheel drive only, leave the weight down as much as possible. And if somebody wants to pay extra for that model that you guys are talking about online, that sounds cool. I wouldn't mind seeing that out there as well. That'd be fun. So what do you guys think? Do you think this is going to be the best Type R ever made? I think it has a chance to. I also think that a lot of the technology and the engines that are going into this are going to make it into the Integra Type S. If you haven't seen that video, I'm going to put the link down below. Go ahead and check that out. Are you going to buy this or are you going to buy something else? My name's Eric. This is Cruise Control. Thank you for watching.